Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded update video where today we're going to be going over some of the new things that were added since the 2.1 update. Now I talked to you guys a lot about it due to the release notes that they put out on Obsidian's website, but today I want to actually get in the game and explain this stuff to you guys. That way you guys know, one, how to get it, and two, what it looks like, and three, what it does. Okay, so first of all, what I wanted to add right off the bat is you guys see my bed here. I just want to go in and show you guys that the bed icon is changed. It looks really cool in there. I'm happy that they fixed that immediately because it was kind of confusing for me, but nonetheless it's there, cool, whatever. But that's not really the point of today's video. The point of today's video is to tell you guys about the cold-blooded Burgle chip. Okay, you're gonna get a mission from Burgle that says find the cold-blooded chip, and you're gonna go, okay, well, where is this chip? Well, this chip is over by this paint can right here. So way over there, right in front of the porch, is this paint can. So what you have to do once you get to this paint can is you got to run over there, and inside of the paint itself you will see a small glowing edge of the Burgle chip, and you pick that up and you bring it on back over to Burgle after you truck through all of the grass and everything over to the tree. You go into the lab and you give it to him, and what does it give you? It gives you three things so far that I've noticed. One is it's going to give you a perk, two, upgraded shovel, and three, stone foundations. Okay, the Pebble Foundations. But before we talk about Pebble Foundations, let's talk about Shovel Plus. Okay, now just like the Eye Patch Plus, guys, or the Torch Plus, what it does is it just adds a little bit more to it. I'm just going to go ahead and slap up a really quick workbench here so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's just put this bad boy right there, go into build here, and come on, if I could press any other button besides the E button, there we go. Okay, so here we are, Eggcorn Shovel Plus. It says use to dig up grubs. It doesn't really change the damage, the stun, or the speed of it at all. And also what I've noticed is it doesn't really affect the number of times you have to dig at clay in order to get it out. So the only thing I'm thinking is it does a little bit more damage to grubs when you dig them out of the ground, and it's going to last a little bit longer like the torch. Now there could be other upgrades that are coming in the future. What I want to remind you guys, this is right after the 2.1 update hotfix, so everything is subject to change in the future. But right now this is what it is. Okay, so Shovel Plus, pretty cool, just gives you a little bit longer to use it. But what I'm more excited about, guys, is the Pebble Foundations, because what that means to me is that Pebble walls, maybe Pebble ceilings, maybe Pebble paraparts, there's tons of things that could come from pebblets that you could do in order to make an entire castle. Now, if we just go ahead and look at these now, obviously I am in creative, okay? I am definitely 100% in creative, and to think that you guys would ever build anything like this outside of creative is a little ridiculous. But let's face it, pebblets are a little bit easier to get than clay, so maybe it's possible for you if you just have a lot of time on your hands, you want to build something cool. But here are the Pebble Foundations, guys, and what we can do now is we can actually build ourselves what looks to be a castle. Okay, so if we actually just go through and start building up all these things here, you can actually like off-center them a little bit so you could give it more of a curved look like that, as long as you're a little careful with your placement. But you really can actually make what looks like a castle, guys, and that makes me super excited, because as you guys know, in my live streams I'm working on building Sim-alot Castle for all of my wonderful members that have joined me throughout all the time of me playing and doing things on YouTube. So the fact now that I'm getting something that literally is going to be making it so I have castle and castle building like materials, this is going to be fantastic for me, guys, and I'm excited to see what kinds of things you guys build with these Pebble Foundations as well, because I can only imagine now, because they've given us a whole new array of building things with just one foundation. People could go through and spend tons of time building these, but to use these, guys, it's 3 pebblets, and it's 1 pebblet and 3 clay, so it's not as bad as the regular clay foundation that is 4 pieces of clay. I think they need to change that ratio to 2 and 2, because there is a lot of pebblets there. But I do think that these could be cool, and also that you can put on some really cool things by doing this as well, giving yourself some nice pebblet ramps there, and you guys can really get yourself down a castle, maybe build some towers and stuff. You can use these guys, if you turn them around like this, to end up creating something of a tower look up on top of your base, something that kind of looks a little bit like that, right? So then on the outside, it looks like it's got, you know, the actual castle parapet up there that you can use to build towers. So that is super cool, guys, and that is just the beginning of all the new building things that they are going to be adding to the game, right? So I mean, think about it. First, we get some Pebble Foundations that we've all been asking for and we've all wanted because we wanted something other than just clay. Now we have our Pebblets, so it looks like we can build a castle, and I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to go ahead and set up an entire base made of Pebblets for myself. Probably in my actual survival game, because I would love to see the amount of time it's going to take me to build an entire castle. But two, I just want to have that medieval castle look in this game because it's a survival game where you're building armor, you're going to be building trebuchets at some point, you're going to be building ballistas at some point, you're going to be building rockfall traps. It only makes sense that this is another thing that comes to the game, is building yourself a castle, because let's face it, it's like you're fighting a chimera, it's like you're fighting a dragon at this point because of how small you are. Yes, you're fighting a spider or an ant, I get that, but comparative to size, it would be like trying to fist fight an elephant. Good luck. Unless you had a castle, then it's not so bad because you're not fist fighting him anymore. You're now trying to kill an elephant on top of a wall, on top of a castle. So I'm going to be doing that. But as one last thing I wanted to cover with you guys today is I wanted to cover the awesome thing that also is coming to the game, and that is zip lines, okay? Right in here, we have the zipline anchor. Okay, now you have to face the zipline anchor a direction that you want the zipline to be. Okay, and then you got to go down and you got to put another one down, and it will create a zipline. Now, sadly, right now, it doesn't actually do anything, which really does bum me out. But at some point, they will make it so you'll be able to create ziplines. All you do is you come here and you go, okay, E to connect zipline, and then you click to place it. And you click to place that one too if you wanted to. But right now, nothing happens when you try to use the zip line unless it was just updated in the last couple hours since I've been doing all of my testing before this episode, which I highly doubt. But just to show you guys, I don't think that there's anything that can be done with zip lines quite yet. Yeah, see, it says I can connect the zip line over there, but there's nothing that I can do here to actually jump onto the zip line, use it in any way yet. But those updates are coming, and I don't know if they're going to be here in September, the September update, the big one that's coming. But I do know that they are working on it, and we're going to get some zip lines. We're going to be able to zip around the backyard, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be so totally awesome. Other than that, guys, the other things that have been updated to the game are just bug fixes, right? I mean, little things that would cause the game to crash. There wasn't really anything else to add to the game yet because they're still waiting for the next large content release. But the fact that we've gotten these Pebble Foundations in, and the fact that we've gotten in the ability to make zip lines, the upgraded shovel, I mean, that could mean that they could upgrade all of the tools to plus instead of just that. But the sad thing that this tells me, though, going back to the shovel, is that I don't think they're going to give us another shovel. Just like they gave us a different version of a torch, but it's not really better. I don't think we're going to get a different version of the shovel that's better. I think they're just going to give us this shovel plus and say that's what you get. But I will add, though, that the shovel's skills are dependent and work coincidingly with the rock breaker perk that you guys get by smashing rocks. So using the shovel, you'll be able to break the clay faster if you update that perk. And they did not patch that out yet. I did do some testing. They did not patch that out. So I implore you guys to go out, break up some rocks, and then use the shovel to get yourself clay super fast. As a last tip for you guys, if you guys need clay, look in the rash pond, look in this rash marsh that's right here. This whole area, this entire area right here is full of clay, and I would say everybody get over there and check that out. Get yourself some clay, make yourself some Pebble Foundations, and then in the description of this video is my Discord channel. I would love to see you guys go there and post up some pictures for me, because I would love to see what kinds of bases all of you guys are making right now with all these new foundation pieces. And if you guys build a castle, if you guys replicate a super castle, I'd love to see that as well. But thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please hit that like button. Let me know if you guys want to see more. Leave me a comment down below of something cool that you guys want to see me build, or tell me, hey man, loving the videos, and I'll make sure I heart all you guys' comments for that one. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next one.